look at our market in the last 2-3 years, one of the biggest components of our profit generation, or gross profit generation, in 2009 and 2010 was a profit generator called connection incentive bonuses. What happens in the mobile telephony market is every time you as a subscriber to a cell phone package subscribes for one of those cell phone packages, then the mobile network operator gives you an equipment subsidy, which allows you to get a free phone. Now our industry, our least cost routing industry, which we have renamed fixed cellular routing, our industry leveraged off that opportunity. And our connection incentive bonuses per annum for 2009 were 52 million rand. For 2010 were 55 million rand. And in July 2010, the mobile network operator ceased paying connection incentive bonuses. Now, if you look at our overall gross profit, our overall gross profit for those 2 years was about 150 million rand. So literally, instantaneously, you had 1/3, 55 million out of 155 odd million, 165 million rands worth of profit just wiped from underneath you. And you're not a massive player, you're a smaller player in the market, which makes it even more difficult because you don't have the economies. So it's been a particularly challenging 4.5 years to try and restructure a business as quickly as you can, not having the same kind of opportunities to be able to do that restructuring very, very quickly. So I think we've done very, very well in a 2-year period to transform this business, lay a new platform, so that we have a sustainable business going forward. So we're excited where we sit today. Certainly, there were moments in time it wasn't very exciting. We don't say we were ever faced with problems. We were faced with challenges. We had to overcome them. We sit today having overcome those challenges. So going forward, I think what the market would be looking for is confirmation of the change in position. So obviously this is one result. I would imagine the market would be saying we'd like to see 1 or 2 more. That's huge, confirmed to us that you're on the right track. I think the risk or the downside to that is once the confirmation comes, you could be too late for the price performance. So it does require, which we certainly argue you've got to have in this space anyway, it does require a bit of guts. So you've got to have the courage to enter the space. If we've called it right, the returns could very easily be substantial returns. And that's always going to be the trick with Huge. Probably by the time most investors call it, it'll be too late anyway. The price performance would have been achieved. And I think if you look at price performance in the last 18 months, there was a period where our share price moved from 80 cents to 2.50 rand in 3 months. And that was over some market, assumptions as to possible corporate action. And that's how quickly that price moved up. Now, you could have bought a fair amount of Huge Group shares at that time. There was certainly about 3 to 6 million shares traded during that time. Well, if you bought 3 to 6 million shares at 80 cents, you could probably on average sold those shares at 1.80 rand and made a fair amount of money. So there are opportunities in stocks like, or shares, let's say, like Huge Group.